What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Pigment 6. Pigment 6 is out today, and it is a free update to all previous users of Pigments. So if you have Pigments, go check your mailbox on Arturia because you probably have Pigment 6 update in there waiting for you. So let's go ahead and see what's new in Pigment 6. Before we get going though, I will let you guys know that I'm not going to go through every single new feature and all that. I just haven't had time to dig super deep into Pigments, but I do want to go through some of the sounds, some of the new models and some of that other stuff. And before we get too deep into this video, I do want to let you guys know again, I am recording this video really early. It's like 6:30 in the morning. The sun hasn't come out. I know I've said a bunch of times that I'm not a morning person, so if I don't seem the most enthused, it has nothing at all to do with Pigments. I absolutely love Pigments. If you follow the channel, you know it's one of my top 5 synthesizers. I've loved this thing since the second one came out. So let's go ahead and check out what's new though. So here it says, harness every shade of synthesis. Pigments offers 6 types of synthesis, a deep modulation system, high quality effects, and a generative arpeggiator sequencer, all in a clear, intuitive interface. So in the new Pigments, there's a new modal engine, there's 3 new filters, there's a new vocoder effect, there's 4 new modulators, there's granular engine improvements, and then there's UI improvements as well. As we look here, the new model engine experienced physically inspired tones using collisions of frictions from delicate plucked springs to richly resonant pads, a bold new dimension in hybrid synthesis. So we will go through the modal engine briefly. There are new filters. So you've got an analog infused multi-mode, you got a stack cluster, and then you've got swirling textures, and you've got the new vocoder effect, granular improvements, all that other stuff. So let's just go ahead and hop into FL Studio, check this bad boy out. So when you open up Pigments, Pigments is gonna look like this. The first time you open up Pigments, it is going to be a lot. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but once you start getting used to it, it's really easy because you can modulate anything and you can put, you know, any kind of LFO or filters or whatever it is, wherever you want to, really easy, and drag it and drop it. So I made a couple of different sample beats in this video. I'm probably going to focus more on the different sounds that you get in this. So I'm going to go through a bunch of the presets. I'll go through the modal mode, and I'll probably go through the vocoder effect. But this thing's not all the way mixed down as always, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the first little sample beat that I put together. All those sounds did come from Pigment 6. So with Pigment 6, you are going to get, I believe, 100 presets. Could be a couple more. I just had this for a while now, so I might not have all of the presets, but it might just be 100. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and listen to a few of these presets real quick, and then we'll keep it moving. So this was the first preset that I used. I thought that was a pretty fire preset, and then this was like the second preset that I used. I thought that this sound was really nice too. In my personal opinion, I just really liked it. I'm not gonna hold y'all. It was this sound right here. This wobby subby. This thing was pretty fire. Just a nice sound to me. The next preset I used was just this right here, and it was just this one little noise. So I guess since we're here, this sound right here does have that vocoder effect on there. So I guess we'll go ahead and talk about this vocoder effect here real quick. So as we see here, this is what this sound sounds like before I throw the vocoder on there. All right, so that's what the sound sounds like. Now we just turn this vocoder on. which is pretty solid. You got different modes on this. So you've got modern, dirty, and vintage. So let's try this dirty. And then you have different modulation sources that you can send this to, you know, so you have all these down here that you can send it to as well, different filters. Let's just go to Engine 2. Then you have different controls over like format, sibilance, decay, all that stuff. You got sibilance. So this thing's pretty solid, pretty good vocoder tool. All right, guys, so I've opened up a new project here in FL Studio because I kind of want to check out this modal wavetable. So this is kind of what this welcome preset sounds like before I change the engine. So it just sounds kind of like an electric piano, but I can come over here to my engine and come down here to this modal model. Now it's immediately going to change the way it sounds. It's going to sound like. All right, but we have a lot of stuff that we can mess with to change up this sound. So we can come over here into our timbre, and we have different kind of timbres that we can go through. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it on this hollow for right now. All right, then we have a bunch of other controls that we can mess with. So, you know, we can mess with our decay over here. We want that to be a little bit longer though. And then we can mess with this brilliance knob too as well. Let's see what we get on this. Yeah, so we can get all kinds of different sounds. Let's go ahead and turn this up a little bit. All right, so now we can mess with some of this down here. So we can mess with this range. We can mess with this warp. And then we also have shape. We'll mess with that too as well. We'll turn this down just a tad. And then we have different forms, waveforms and stuff that we can mess with, I guess. So, you know, we have guitar. We have all kinds of other stuff. But what makes this really nice is that it's really easy to just modulate whatever you want. So I could take this LFO and we'll just drop it on this warp real quick. Now if we were to push play. So now we have a pretty cool sound, you know? And we can mess with this. Let's turn this phase up a little bit. You know, we have a pretty cool sounding sound now. You can mess with this rate if you want to. You can turn this up or down if you want. Right, and that whole sound just started from basically this sound right here. And so that's how we kind of got that sound. So this is a pretty cool, you know, engine right there that they have. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do for you guys now is I made another sample little beat that I wanna play for you guys. I kind of want to show the flexibility of Pigments because Pigments could really be used for any genre. So this beat don't sound nothing like the first beat. After this, I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna play some of the presets for you guys because I know that's a big part of, you know, checking these things out is listening to the actual sounds. Again, I know there will be a bunch of different videos out today going super in depth on this plugin. I just didn't have time to dig in as much as I wanted to. But I do got another sample beat for you guys. It's house. You know, obviously I'm still not a house aficionado. It's not all the way mixed down. Let's go. All right, guys, so that's the second little beat that I put together for you guys today. Sounds like something right out of a Magic Kingdom, Disney World, Disneyland commercial. Let's go ahead and check out some of these sounds. So when we hop here into Pigments, we're going to come over here and we're going to smack this button right here, and then we're going to go to Banks, and then we're just going to go to Pigment 6. And then you'll see I only use Pigment 6 stuff kind of in the beat that I was making. And what's kind of funny is I was coming through the sounds and I was trying to heart some of the sounds that I wanted to demo, but it was like everything I was listening to I was liking. Like every sound I was hearing I was liking. But there's some good stuff in here. Fire bass. Here's another vocoder. I use this in one of the beats. You got this pluck bass. You got like melodic sequences up in here. Really good sound selection. We got mallets. Fire. Hard bass. Pause. We got big lead. That's only one button. That's kind of fire. That's a chord right there. You know what I'm saying? Percussive keys here. See what I'm saying? Like, this is just going down all the sounds, not skipping nothing. I was like, I'm liking all these. Fire. And then here's the bass that I used in the first beat, I believe. And it was made by Dash Glitch. Shout out to Dash Glitch. It's a friend of the channel. Go check his channel out if you haven't. He does a great job explaining synthesis and all kinds of different technical stuff that you might not get here on this channel. But here's that bass that I got. Just a fire bass. I mean, as you guys can see here, there's some really good presets in here. See what else we got. Bass Ventura, another Dash Glitch preset. Oh, this is fire. Yeah, I feel like they've done a really good job with this with the sound selection here. We'll just go ahead and pick some at random now. I didn't even get this far, I don't think. Dude, this is a fire update in my opinion. All right, we'll listen to one more at random. Let's see what this right here sounds like. I mean, that's what I got for you guys today. This wasn't going to be a review over Pigments. Obviously, I've reviewed Pigments 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I mean, I love the plugin. I would recommend it 10 out of 10 times. I just kind of wanted to show off some of the new features in there. Maybe if there's somebody out there who's never seen Pigments and they're kind of wondering about it, maybe let you hear some of the sounds in there and some of the stuff that you could do, because there's no way I could do this plugin justice in an update video, because there is so much. This is one of the deepest, most expansive plugins in order to do sound design and stuff like that. Of all the plugins that I use, I would say UVI Falcon and Pigments 3 or Pigments 6 now at this point are the plugins that I do the most in-depth sound design with, because you can do so much with them. So again, I recommend this 10 out of 10 times. If you're already an existing user, go get your free update, go get on Pigments, play around, have a good day, because you already know it's going down when you get that. So make sure, if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some hit the key.